Welcome to Fico's Bowlodrome in Franklin, Massachusetts for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge, brought to you by the International Candlepin Bowling Association in conjunction with AT&T Broadband. Hello, I'm your host, Philip Burton, alongside Dan Murphy. And of course, diehard Scott Crayton is back. We'll find out how he manages to stay alive week in and week out. But right now, Dan has today's format.
Right, we got an opponent for him, and that's a challengers match, a one-game match, 2 bowlers. Winner of that, of course, takes on our last week's champion. In this case, it would be Scott. And if the winner of that match, of course, comes back next week, and hopefully he can start a streak of his own.
All right, thanks, Dan. Let's go over now to Elissa Burnell, standing by with today's challengers who are ready to get busy. Elissa?
Thanks, Phil. I'm here with today's challengers. We have Bruno Defeo from Danvers, Massachusetts, and Bob Caleri from Lexington, Mass. Now, Bruno, you've been here before. You lost a close match to Sean Baker. What lessons did you learn in the last match that you're going to bring with you today?
Maybe just fill my marks a little bit better. I mean, I had 5 marks, only bowled 114. That's pretty sad, but yeah, that's it. Maybe just fill the marks a little bit better.
Bob, do you think that it gives Bruno an advantage that he has been here before when you haven't?
Well, no, bowling is a game where anything can happen on any day, and Bruno's a tough competitor, and I just hope I can go out and beat him in this one-string match.
Seems like the important thing to do is to focus on yourself and play your game to the best that you can. Back to you, Phil and Dan.
All right, thanks for listening. And joining us now is our champion, Scott Crayton. I'll tell you, man, you die harder than Bruce Willis. Do you like playing from behind like this?
No, not at all. I'd like to be out in the lead, but it's the way it happens. Come from behind.
And you don't sweat that?
Oh, not at all. I love it.
You love the pressure. We can also rack up some serious points. But he hasn't cracked the top 3 yet, Dan.
Die harder than Bruce Willis? Yeah, they can get points, folks, and get points by spares, strikes, combinations of spares and strikes. And, of course, when they win their championship round, the 2-game match, they get 750 points for that. Scott's been just short of that 1,800-point bubble score that he's trying to catch.
And right now, our top 3-point leaders are Dave Dupree at 2,350, Deck Klein at 2,200, and Lou Alberghini at 1,800. And Elissa will be joining us a little later on to tell you folks at home how you can get involved in today's American Car Care Center $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, welcome back to the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. And starting us off in our challengers match is Bob Caleri. Bob has a high single of 208. And he knows he has to get off to a fast start here. Bob's from Lexington, Massachusetts.
Everything but
strong 9.
And Bob is bowling for Dave Chestercare from Franklin, Massachusetts.
Misses the spare opportunity. Now going for the 10 bucks. All right, solid 10 for Bob. Now moving over to lane 24.
Bob Caleri bowls out of Park Place lanes in Windham, New Hampshire. Qualified out of Lakeside lanes in Manchester, where the final roll-off was held. Timmy and Wendy Lipke, operators of the Lakeside lanes.
Bob, 8 down, 2 to go. Looking for another 10 bucks. And he's going to get 9. So after 2, he's at 19.
Might remember this guy.
Bruno Defeo.
Yeah, he's come back for a second appearance.
Bruno's from Danvers. Has a high single of 194. Averages 122. And he's off to the left, just eliminating the 4-pin. He's got to get more than that. He knows it.
Well, he just doubled his output on that one.
Yep. Got the 2 and 8. Still has the 7-pin in the whole right side.
Bruno was with us back on February 2nd, and he lost in the challengers match to Sean Baker, 120 to 114.
All right, slow start for Bruno with a 5 box.
Oh.
There you go. Now he's picking it up.
There's a recovery.
With a quickness.
Strike in the second by Bruno.
I know that has to feel good.
You see the strike. Stubborn 4-pin walked across the lane before it fell. Bob Caleri.
Leaving the diamond. He's got the 3, 5, 6, and 9. Taking out the 6, 9. All right, $9 for Bob. After 3, he's at 28. See there his average, 121. Bob with the 6 and 10. Plenty of wood. Makeable spare here. And he gets it.
Whoa, just barely.
But it goes nonetheless.
A little smile from Bob on that one, just clipping the wood.
Now Bruno looking for a big fill here on a strike in the second.
Drop 7.
Got the 3, 6, and 10.
Trying to go spare on strike.
No good. Leaves the 6 and 10, takes out the 3. Huh, nice $10.
I think you learned that shot from Bob.
I know. Nice out. That looks solid.
Well, he wants that 5-pin to go. Well, maybe, no, it looks like that wood is rolling deep. I would say the tip of the left-hand tip of the wood and the 5-pin at the same time, but I'm not sure that that will do it. You might have to try to snap the wood.
Well, he's got the 5, 6, and 10.
That's what he's trying to do.
He gets that king, but still has to deal with the 6 and the 10. All right, $10 for Bruno. After 4, he's at 43.
5-pin advantage for Bruno, but that will disappear, or some of it will anyways, with this ball. Well, all of it will.
Tough split here. 5, 7, 10.
Well, let's see where the wood settles down, because anytime there's a piece of wood on the lane,
there's always a chance.
Yeah, always a chance. Anything can happen.
Even when it's not up against anything.
Right. When you think of it, do you want to shoot at the 5, 7, 10 without a wood, or would you take it? I'll take my chances.
I'll take a chance, exactly.
So it's not in a great position, but you got to have the wood, and hopefully good things will happen. Nope, slid by it.
Nope. It's got the 7 and 10. All right, $8 for Bob. After 5, he's at 53.
2-pin advantage through 4 boxes for Bob Caleri.
Well, he hit the 2-pin on that. Takes down 6.
Yeah, 1, 3, 6, and 7. No wood. Trying to split the 1 and the 3, just sliding by the head pin.
All right, he's got the 1, 7. Bob has a high triple of 469 and a high 5 of 755. Right now he's waiting for his balls to come back to him. It's off to the right just a little bit, just missing the king. Walks away with an $8. And after 6, he's at 61.
Bruno trailing by 2 after 4, opposite 2 8 boxes. Chance for him to pull even, if not go ahead. He's got the 1, the 2, and the 10. Piece of wood now nestles up against the 1 and the 2. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's just going to miss that 10 pin.
All right. With a 10 box, we'll have a tie score. And he does. Let's take a look at that spare missed opportunity here. Watch, the head pin goes right to the left, right side wall and in front, and just missing the 10 pin.
Bruno looking for Mark.
Look out, coming back.
Leaves just the king.
Spare up. And a 2-pin advantage now for Bruno Defeo, plus that fill.
All right, Bob. Dropping 8.
Yes. Uses the wood effectively for those two. Spare in the 6th.
He's at 71 plus this ball coming up.
He just catches the tip of that wood, and that was enough.
Oh, tough break here.
Well,
he eliminates the head pin, the 5 pin, and the 7. Not much going on that one either, as he takes away the 6.
No, still looking at 6 pins with 1 ball remaining. Oh, good out. Pretty good out.
Yeah, 8 bucks.
82 through 8.
Bruno working on his fill here.
Yeah, Bruno is bowling for Lindsay Connolly of Milford, Massachusetts. And Lindsay have a chance to win $25 if Bruno was to win this match, and as well as knock off our defending champion.
Bruno with the 4 horsemen to the right, plus the 8 pin. And he leaves the 6 and 10.
Well, he'll have the lead, but it's going to be very, very close.
All right, 10 bucks for Bruno.
4-pin advantage.
Only 4 marks thrown in this challengers match.
Yeah, a little different than what we've seen the last couple weeks.
Absolutely.
2 weeks ago, Scott Crayton had, what, 171, was it? Something like that.
Yeah,
And
so,
160 something last week. And spare for Bruno in the 8th.
All right, Bob Caleri. Looking to mark. You see the spare there.
Oh boy. Again, 1-5 this time. Last time it was 1-5 and 7. This time the 1 and the 5.
Now let me ask you, what are you doing wrong when you're just capturing the 1 and the 5? You're driving it straight through.
Not very much. I mean, you're talking 1/4 of an inch either way, and you're right in either the 1-3 or the 1-2 pocket in a good spare leave, probably. You're just totally flush on the head pin, and I wouldn't do anything different. You know, you're not missing by that much.
All right, Bob at 91 after 9. Downing 6.
Bob definitely needs this mark. To have any chance at all, he needs this mark.
Got the 1, 2, 4, and 10, and he finds the gap between the 1 and the 10. $10 for Bob. He finishes at 101.
Not going to be enough, I'm afraid. Bruno already at 88 plus this fill. Well,
nice spread eagle for Bruno.
Gives him 92 through 8, 96 with that first ball in the 9th frame.
He's got the 6, 10, and the 7. Going after the 6-10.
7. He needs 3 pins. 3 pins is a win. And he'll move on to take on our champion, Scott Clayton. And that will do it.
That'll do it. He down 6. Bruno with the 4-6, 6-10 rather. All right, folks.
In 109.
109 to 101. That's game 1. Bruno advances to meet our champion in just a few moments.
Welcome back. For our viewers at home that want to get involved and maybe live vicariously through some of these bowlers and get a chance at winning some cash, you can participate by sending us a postcard. That address is International Candlepin Bowling Association, $30,000 Candlepin Challenge, 26 South Main Street, Suite 252, Concord, New Hampshire, 03301. 2 names from that pile of postcards are going to be picked out. They'll be paired with the 2 challengers for the week. If one of those challengers ends up going on and unseating the defending champ, then you'll take home $25. Or another way to win, come down and be a part of our fabulous live audience. From those names in the live audience, one will be drawn paired with the champion, and if the champion goes on to win another day, then you'll take home $25. Now into bowling, here's Scotty.
All right, Scott Crayton is back. I tell you, Dan, this guy knows how to put on a show. Every week, he comes from behind to win it. Starting off strong here, though. Dropping 9. A very makeable spare here.
Let's that wood to turn a little bit. That's a little even. That's even better now. Should be fine. Trying to open up with a mark. And he's
not going to happen.
Do it. Anytime that wood is out that far, it always bothers me.
9 box for Scott. Now this guy can have you on the edge of your seats. 2 weeks ago, he was down by 32, and he comes back to beat Bob Reynolds 263 to 250. Last week, he was down by 28 and surged back to beat Steve Reno 252 to 228. Unbelievable. Here, he downs 8, leaving just the 4-7.
And Scott's bowling for Ann Hamill from Franklin, Massachusetts. And of course, Bruno, as I mentioned, is Lindsay Connolly from Milford, Massachusetts. So whoever wins this match, one of those will be taking home $25. Oh boy.
Scott, just the 4.
2 in a row.
All right. 10 bucks for Scott. After 2, he's at 19. Now here's Bruno, looking to step up his game a little bit from the challengers match. Half Worcester left. Tough break for Bruno. He leaves the triangle to the right there, plus the 4-7.
We start out rough in the challengers match too with a 5 box, and then follow with a strike. This time, make it 8.
Well, he probably figures there's no need in building a huge lead against Scott Crayton because he knows he can come back on him anyway.
Yeah.
So might as well trying a different strategy,
yeah.
pin for pin.
Stay a little closer to him.
All right, Bruno leaving the 1, 4, and 7. Way off on that one.
15.
Okay, after 2, Crayton leads by 4. Scott with the 2-4-7 plus the 6 and 10.
Piece of wood in between that
kind of bridging them.
Yeah, probably won't come into play that much. And he's probably going to try to split the 2 and the 4. Is he going to get it? Yes,
go
he is.
Spare in the 3rd for Scott. They tumbled down late.
Certainly did. Let's take a look. A little lucky break coming off the wall. You don't see that happen too often, and the wood turned it and just hit the 6 and the 10 with enough momentum to knock them both down.
Scott's off to the left, but they're falling for him. He's getting good breaks here.
Make it 7.
And he's got the 1, 3, and 10 still standing. After the head pin, no. Misses to the left. Still after the 1, 3, 10.
Got it that time.
10 box for Scott. After 4, he's at 46.
And with that spare, of course, Scott is awarded the 50 points, the value for that mark.
Now Bruno looking for his first mark in the championship match. Leaving himself a makeable spare here.
Coming down to the final several weeks of the season, and Lou Alberghini still sitting on the bubble with 1,800 points.
Can anyone crack that?
Yeah, spare in the 3rd for Bruno, and then gives him 50 points.
Bruno right on.
Oh, turned nicely for him. Looks like he should drive the 2 pieces of wood straight back. He should get a second spare and another 50 points. Let's see.
He's got the 5, 6, and 10. Eliminates them all.
Gives him 100 points and a chance for a bonus of 100 more with another mark. You see the replay. Just drives wood back. Routine spare.
Now Scott with a strike.
Routine strike.
There we go.
That's probably the prettiest strike. They all go down just tripping the 4. Off the wall, bang. It even looks good.
It does look good. Now, looking for a huge fill on the strike.
Well, he wants that 7-pin to go.
It's not going to happen, though. He leaves the triangle to the right plus the 7-pin.
He's got to go after the triangle in the right-hand corner.
After that 6. And he leaves the goalposts. Ten-pin for sure?
Yes. I think the easiest one. Gives him 73 through 6. Bruno Defeo 42 in the 4th plus a spare. Phil coming. More importantly, he wants to keep the streak going. See if he can get some bonus points.
Bruno
wants the 10-pin to go. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. So he's got the 10 plus the 2, 4, and 7.
Well, wood rolled up. If you can just pinch that 2-pin on the left-hand side, should jump toward the 10-pin. Trying to make it 3 in a row. Yes!
Beautiful shot.
3 in a row. 100-point bonus.
Spare in the 5th for Bruno.
There you see the replay. Just pinches the 2-pin, jumps it right into the 10. Gives him 250 quick points.
It's 3 spares in a row.
Oh, he pulled that one left. Just 4.
Knocks out the whole left side.
Well, need to convert this to keep the streak alive and the 100-point bonus.
Got to hit that head. He's right on with the head, but it's not going to work for him.
Too full.
He's got the 3, 5, 6, and 10. All right, $7 for Bruno. And we have to take a break. But right now, Scott Crayton leads 73-69, up by 4. We'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, welcome back, folks. There you see Scott Crayton leading our first game of the championship match, 73-69.
Yeah, and he leads by 4. However, he only has 2 marks, a strike and a spare, where Bruno has 3 spares. The difference is, of course, the fills on the marks. And more importantly, he's only left 2 pins standing. That's Scott with 2 9-box, all the rest 10s or better. Bruno has left 3, 6, 7, 8 pins standing in 3 boxes, 2 7s and an 8. So shows how important that third ball is.
Scott just missed an opportunity there for a spare. Leaves the 1, 2, and 4.
And as I speak, he leaves an 8.
Yep.
Moves over to lane 24.
Scott has a high 5 of 733. He downs 5. He's got the 2, 4, 7 to the left, plus the 6 and 10 to the right. Just waiting for his balls to come to him.
Yeah. A little too much of the 2-pin, but he
nice
almost.
Foul, though.
He almost
nice break
got
for him.
Yeah, he almost got it again coming off that left sidewall. 7-pin is still rocking.
All right, $10 for Scott. After 8, he's at 91. Now up, Bruno. Looking to kill this 4-point lead.
Oh boy, 1, 8, and 9. Spread eagle plus the 5.
That's a tough break. Bruno with the 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10.
There's a great out, great 10 box. Opposite an 8, climbs to within 2 pins of Scott Crayton. Oh boy.
Strike for Bruno.
It's the difference of the 1-8-9 and a strike. 1/4 of an inch to the right, buries it in the 1-3 pocket, and you saw the result, and here it is again. No doubt about this one.
Scott has only put up 2 marks in this game.
And he's going to make a terrific shot if he's going to get his third. He's got the, what, the 3 and the 4?
3 and the 4.
Oh, very nearly cut the 3 into the 4.
Scott just the 4-pin left. All right, $10 for Scott. He's at 101 after 9. He's off a little bit to the left there, Dan.
Yeah, got a break,
Still
though.
falling for him,
yeah.
though.
He's the 1-3-6 and the 9-pin in the back. And with Bruno sitting on a strike there in the 8th, this is probably a pretty important mark. Oh,
not going to happen for him, though.
Just a little full in the head pin, and what happened is that 3-pin went right to the sidewall and came straight back and never touched the 6.
All right, $10. And he finishes at a 111.
Take a look at that last shot. Watch the 3-pin. Right there, right to the sidewall, comes back, never touches the 6.
All right, Bruno looking for a big fill here on his strike.
Oh, he gets a break. Could be a double strike.
Back to back.
Wow.
Bruno making it work for him.
got to be careful because he might get this lead up to like 30 pins.
I know.
Big
Scott
ball.
just looked back at us saying, here we go again.
Looking for the triple. That was a pretty good ball, too. Once the 10 pin to go.
Looks pretty good for a spare here, though.
Yeah, he could make 3 in a row and get the 100-point bonus.
He's got the 2-4.
No.
All right, so Bruno finishes with a 135. Actually, Scott's not in a bad place. Usually he's down by like 29 at this point. Anyway, we'll be back for game 2 right after these messages, so stay tuned, folks. Bowlodrome in Franklin, Massachusetts for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge.
Okay, and there you see the points to date. Bruno Defeo with the 2 strikes and 3 spares for 450. And Scott Crayton, 1 spare, 1 strike for 150. So I don't think our 1,800 points is in jeopardy right now, but who knows? They start stringing them together.
All right, Bruno starting us off, game 2. Took the first game 135 to 111. Looking for a mark early. Not going to get it. Not yet.
It's going to be a tough one. The 6 pin and the 7 and the 8. But if he catches the 6, who knows? That would, I think it might be too deep to carry the 7, but you never know.
He went after the 7 on that one. The wood and the 7. The wood and the 8, I should say. Now he leaves the 6 and the 7.
Actually, he probably was trying to clip the 6 pin on the way by, but it didn't happen. But it's a 9 box anyways, and you just, can you feel it? You just feel that Scott has done it 2 weeks in a row. Can he do it a 3rd time?
I don't doubt him at this point.
No.
He's sitting there just relaxed.
Yeah. He doesn't look like the guy that too much bothers him.
No. Bruno leaving the 4, 6, 7, and 10.
Probably gets those 2.5-pound lobsters drop out of the trap. That might upset him a little bit. Well, he told us not to tell anyone that he was bringing us 2-pounders because
I
he'd
can't
get
wait
in
too.
trouble. Yeah, I can't wait either. But we said we wouldn't say anything because he would get in trouble, so we won't.
I hope he's bringing some butter with that.
Yeah, melted.
All right, Bruno, at 17 after 2. And now let's see what Scott has in store. Dropping 9.
Leaving the 8. And these bowlers all have hung around the last several weeks watching this fellow come from 32 pins down and 28 pins down. So that has to be in the back of Bruno's mind.
There in the first.
Gains 1 in count. So the lead now is down to 23 minus this ball.
Well, 23, that's definitely within his range.
Oh, hurry. Just 5.
Not a great fill on that one. He leaves the 4 horsemen to the left, plus the 9 pin. No, eliminates the 9.
Well, he missed it, the spare, but he's opposite an 8. So 9, 10, he could gain 1 or 2 pins. At the 10.
10 box.
Lead now is just 16.
Now, do you think Bruno's starting to feel the pressure?
Well, he has to be thinking about it. I don't think it's too early to start feeling the pressure. If he was to throw up a couple more marks, meaning Scott, yeah, then it starts. Oh, got the 10 pin to go.
Puts himself in a great position here with the 4-7.
Couple pieces of wood.
Got it.
Spare in the 3rd for Bruno. I say time and time again, that's the easy part. Now, to make it count, comes with making good ball here in the 1-3, 1-2 pocket.
Well, he's dead on.
A little bit left.
Dropping 6.
6, and gives him 33. But a difficult spare leave in the 1-3-6 and the 7-pin in the left-hand corner. No pieces of wood out there to help him. Oh, is it going to happen?
No, it's not going to happen. 7-pin denies him. Bruno going after the 7 now. 10 box
43.
for Defeo.
But he only puts one mark up with 6, so chance for Scott Crayton to put a double mark up and cut into that lead even further.
Crayton is off the mark a little bit too, but they're falling for him.
Well, he caught the head pin, but very light. Got good mixing action. Leaves himself the 7 and the 8. He wants the wood to stay deep, stay right back in there. You don't want it to roll out front.
Yeah, you can drive this all the way through. For the spare in the 3rd.
Matches spare put up by Bruno. Anything over 6, he'll cut into that lead. There you see the replay, just right on the red line, drove it straight back with the 7 and the 8. Yeah, it's still early in this game, but this could be one of the biggest balls he throws. He needs a good fill and another mark because Bruno is open. He catches the head.
Huge mark.
And it's 9. And here we go again, folks.
Making that run. Looking for back-to-back spares. Got it.
Now Bruno has to be thinking about it. He's making his run. He's done this week after week, the last several weeks, and he's making a run at Bruno. And the only way you're going to stop him is to put your own marks up. You can't sit on this lead. It's not enough.
No, it's not nearly enough. Only 13.
Oh, good ball by Bruno. No break at all, though.
Yeah, he leaves a 6, 10, and 7.
Yeah. And let's see what that would. If that would, I still like the one on the left. I like the one on the left. Red line. Ball goes to the left sidewall. Takes the 7. Wood takes the 6 and 10. Let's see if he goes that way or he goes to the wood in front of the 6-10. I would go left.
He's going left.
Yeah,
He misses a little bit too far left.
Yeah. That was a shot, though, I think. Now he just grabbed 2. Grabbed the 6-10.
6-10. That's what he's going to do.
Oh, geez.
Oh, 10
we
bucks.
both made the wrong choice, you know. Boy, you hate that. You know, you make your choice up, and you have 2 of them. You try one way, it doesn't work out because he didn't hit it. Then he plays the other side and makes the shot. We both would have been wrong. Or there's 2 ways to make it.
All right, Bruno leaving the 1, 3, 10 plus the 7 to the left. All right, tough split here. Trying for a 10 box. Gets the 10 box. Nice out for Bruno.
Well,
63 after 6.
It's 13-pin lead for Bruno through the 4th box. You see the 10, but he's working. Scott's working on a spare, so that 13-pin advantage is going to be reduced by this ball.
Needs a nice fill here.
Misses the head pin. Watch out! Coming back.
Still, he drops 9.
Lead down to 4. Head pin up. And many times, as I said before, you get a break like this and leave the head pin. Sometimes it's the hardest one to make.
But he's got wood behind it, so I think that'll help him.
I don't know. I think it's too deep to help him.
Is it too deep?
Yeah. Yep,
You're right.
But he misses the head pin for the spare.
And he was disappointed on that when he saw his reaction.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, I got a huge break. I can't possibly miss. This is the head pin looking at me. But it happens. Lead now just 4 pins for Bruno Defeo.
Here Scott comes again, creeping in from behind. Bruno dropping 9 again. Rather Scott, he leaves just the 7 pin.
And he's thinking now, if I only had got that head pin, that would have been a 9 fill on the spare. And he misses another one. 2 singles.
2 golden opportunities.
And he loses 1 in count. So the lead now is back to 5 for Bruno.
All right, folks, another close one. Scott Crayton is on the move. We'll see how he finishes right after this messages. All right, welcome back, folks. Right now, Bruno Defeo leads by 5, but Scott Crayton is making that move once again. Bruno wants to mark.
Well, Bruno's got to feel like he's dodged a couple bullets. I mean, he missed 2 single pins for spares, and he still has the lead, and he could be down a dozen.
Leaving himself the 6-10.
Well, he feels good about a couple of Scott misses. He feels better about making this one for a spare for himself.
I don't know how he missed that one.
Both bowlers are feeling it.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he missed the object pin there on the 6-10, just sliding by the 6. Gets it for the 10.
10 box.
But he wants to push that lead back to double figures, so it makes Scott double mark. Of course, when you miss an easy one like that, 6 and 10 or a single, you watch. This ball's probably 7 or better every time. It makes you feel really good about missing it. This automatic. See, that's automatic.
8.
3 and 5. Another spare leave for Bruno. Who is going to take control of this match? Got it.
Spare in the 8th. 83 plus after 8.
Takes a big deep breath, sigh of relief. I got one on the board. Pressure back on Scott Crayton. Trailing by 5, opposite a 10 box and a spare. Oh, wants the 7 or 10 to go.
What a tough split.
Wants the wood to stick around. That's not going to happen. Best you can do here is grab one with one ball and one with the next.
And that's what he's going to do. Takes out the 7 there.
Can keep it at 5 if he gets this 10 pin. And he does, pinning well. Now he's opposite a spare.
All right, can Crayton do it again? He's done it the past 2 weeks. Come back from deficits of 32 and 28.
Well,
leaves the 4 horsemen to the right.
The 1, 3, 6, 10. No wood. Outside. Oh, got
almost.
the 1, the 3, and the 10. Left the 6. Advantage Bruno.
A 9 box.
6 pin advantage plus this ball. Watch, head pin, the 2 pin, around to get the 10 pin, actually the 3 pin, and the 10 pin leaving the 6. Bruno Defeo leading by 6, can push it into double figures with this ball. Would love to push that into double figures and get another mark. Oh boy, he doesn't do that. Just barely up to 10 pins, but
it's
only
4 on that
4
one.
on the spare.
Well, it's his to lose.
That's right. Oh, he does not want a bad box.
No, he can't afford a back box. Now with Crayton still coming on.
My palms are sweaty here. Well, I'm not even up there bowling. It's just an 8
box for Bruno.
95. Bruno can look back at this match, and he's left a lot of pins standing. Couple 7 boxes, couple 8s. Needs a mark here to force Scott to get 2.
He leaves the spread eagle.
Well, the door is going to be open for Scott. He'll need at least 1 mark, depending on this frame.
Goes to the left and
right.
takes out the 2, 4, and 7.
Lead is 10. He's got an 8 box in the 9th. Bruno does, so needs this. And
That's another 10 box. He finishes at 105, folks.
And 240 for a total. Scott Crayton is 111 the first game, needs a 119.
Hey, Dan.
129.
You think Scott's feeling this now, feeling the pressure a little bit?
Yeah.
Strike. What were you saying there?
Yeah. He was feeling it, but when he feels it, he throws the ball in the pocket and gets a strike. He needs a 129. He's at 111 right now, plus the 2 balls. So he needs an 8 box and a 10. 8 fill and a 10 would tie.
Tough split here. Leaving the 4, 7, and 10.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh, that's a huge pin.
That's a
huge pin that just fell.
7 is still dancing.
That gives him the tie right now. He needs this for the win. And he gets it by 1 pin and 241. I thought that was a huge pin when that 10 pin went down.
Unbelievable. Scott Crayton does it again. 241 to 240. Folks, unbelievable. We'll be right back.
Well, Bruno, you had a couple spare leaves at the end there. You weren't able to capitalize. Tough loss.
Yeah, another tough one. I left too many pins standing again, even though I bowled 135 the first string. If I get a couple 10s instead of those 7 boxes, there's your 1 pin right there. So, you know, what are you going to do?
And we've seen Scott the past few weeks really able to come from behind, eke out the win. He was able to do it again today.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you got to find a way to win sometimes instead of trying to find a way to lose. And, you know, it's time to turn it around. So one of these days it's going to happen for me. So see what happens. I keep coming back for more. So.
Well, thanks. Maybe we'll see you again before the end of the season.
Maybe.
Phil?
All right, Elissa, thanks a lot. Right now, we're standing by with our reigning champion who found a way to do it again. Scott Crayton, 241 to 240. Man, how do you continue to do this week in and week out?
Oh, it's not easy. I missed a couple easy marks there. I thought it was all done, and I said, just keep going, and we'll come to you.
But you were down by 24. The last couple of weeks, you were down by 32, down by 28. 24, you really weren't sweating this one.
Oh, yes, I was. Against Bruno, come on, he's not that easy kind of guy to beat. I lucked out. He missed a couple. I missed a couple. I come out at the end, and that's what happened.
I just find it amazing. You know, you come back from 28, from 32, from 28, 2 weeks in a row. And I thought when you missed the 2 singles, I said, well, maybe his luck has run out. Bruno left the door open, and you continue to fight, and you find a way, and you threw the big strike.
That's all it takes. You leave the door open, I'm coming through, baby.
You're probably glad that wasn't a 9-pin drop and a single pin.
Oh, no, I was glad. I was glad.
Well, this will bring us, well, we won't talk about that, but I'm going to give you this check because I thought maybe we would bring a little present to us. But obviously, we can't tell these guys that you're going to do that for us. Yeah, but this is he's there. We'll come back next week. And look, you're forgetting about the points or what?
No, we're trying. It's just I'm not putting them in a row. And stuff.
Yeah, I know. I know. You kind of missed. You were 1,100 this
1,100.
week. Yeah, last week you were at like 1,300. Almost there. Yeah. You're almost there, but you haven't cracked the top 10 quite yet. Or the top 3 quite yet.
I got another chance. We're going to try it.
We'll see how you do next week.
Nice
yes,
ball.
that's all. Thank you
nice
very much,
ball.
guys.
All right, thanks.
Congratulations.
All right, folks, Dan, unbelievable match. That guy always has us on the edge of our seats.
3 of the most fantastic shots or weeks I've ever seen. Somebody come from that far behind. Unbelievable.
It's amazing. Now, when have you ever been down by that many pins and come back week after week like that?
No. Absolutely
simple,
not.
Right?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, Scott Crayton does it again, 241 to 240. We'll see him again next week. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time on the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge right here on AT&T 3.
Rock your body to the left, it's Candlepin. Rock your body to the right, it's Candlepin. Slide back and feel the rhythm. You've got rhythm to spare. You're in striking range in the center lane. Step 1, 2, 3 and let it roll. Rock your body to the left, it's Candlepin.